Since I'm more of an engineer and just very black and white about certain things, I would go with no, a taco is not a sandwich. And especially being from San Diego, tacos are a different animal. So I'm Ally Duncan. My role at Stok is Senior MBCX Engineer. I work on monitoring based commissioning projects as well as decarbonization projects for portfolio scale. A hobby of mine, I love the outdoors. That's kind of why we moved to San Diego. The weather's great for hiking, for skiing. You can do surfing and skiing in the same day. I just had a daughter, so my life has shifted a little. However, we've been trying to get her outside, hike around with her in the front carrier. So yeah. I've been most passionate about the client work. So we have awesome clients like the County of San Diego and Grosvenor Americas that are leaning on Stok for their expertise in portfolio decarbonization. So we're taking them from where they're at now, a snapshot in time of their baseline carbon emissions, and how are we going to get them to their targeted goal. 2020 saw an explosion of bold new climate commitments from both public and private entities. So the fear here is that, of greenwashing. So there's so many people jumping on and signing on to these commitments and targets without fully understanding how to deliver on the targets, which is more challenging to do. But here at Stok, the devil is in the details. To actually deliver on the climate commitments, you need a detailed portfolio carbon plan with flexible strategies around that supporting it. So a top-down approach to develop a carbon portfolio plan is one where you're looking at the portfolio as a whole. For many of our clients, we've looked at the value of assets under management, that total value, then we've gotten our arms around the data, and then we've been able to prescribe specific reduction pathways to that. Conversely, a bottom-up approach is one where you're actually in the weeds and you're looking at asset by asset. So you're looking at building by building, looking at the consumption data, getting your arms around the data, and then prescribing specific reduction measures or strategies for that. And you would take these two approaches for many different reasons, dependent on the portfolio's characteristics, the client's priorities. So for example, if your portfolio changes with more frequency, if you're holding and selling assets quarterly, it doesn't make sense for you to look at asset by asset. You want to look at portfolio as a whole and then develop decarbonization pathways from that. And you have architects and engineers, designers, but you also have developers all trying to meet that target from the state down. So what we need to start doing is working together and realizing it's all of our responsibility. So cities need to start working with investors. They need to start working with occupiers of buildings to really make an impact on decarbonizing across buildings, across portfolios at scale. It's been awesome working with clients that are so engaged. They're in their boardrooms, like advocating for carbon scopes beyond just operational carbon. They're advocating for, we need to start quantifying embodied carbon. We need to start going beyond the targets.